management of varicose veins, venous thrombosis, venous ulcers. Dr. Smile Medical Group was the first medical group established in China. It was founded on July 1, 2014, by renowned vascular surgery expert Dr. Zhang Qiang, also known as Dr. Smile. The group's headquarters are in Shanghai, China. Dr. Smile established its first vein center in 2013, focusing on the diagnosis and management of varicose veins, venous thrombosis, venous ulcers, and other venous diseases. To date, the group owns franchises of international vein centers in Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Chengdu, Chongqing, Qian, Nanjing, Hangzhou, Shenyang, and other cities. The group's professional teams of venous disease experts and use of cutting-edge practices, including minimally invasive CHIVA surgery for varicose veins, provide individualized and comfortable treatment experience for patients with varicose veins. Dr. Smile Medical Group also has established an international academic communication platform to facilitate partnerships with medical experts from the United States, France, Italy, Japan, and elsewhere to develop new technologies and related devices for varicose vein treatment. Dr. Smile is also the founder of Chinese Medical Alliance and one of China's key innovators in the medical field. As a famous expert in vascular surgery and a leader of phlebology, Dr. Smile has been diligently exploring and innovating and pursuing medical excellence. He has served as the Chief of Vascular Surgery at 3 Grade 3A hospitals in China and has been committed to the perfection of venous treatment technology. In 2014, he stepped out of China's public hospital system to establish the first medical group in China. In 2014, Dr. Smile Medical Group established Physician-Hospital Partnership and City Sharing Specialized Medical Services. Thereafter, the group founded Surgeon Club and Surgical College of Phlebology and joined the National Venous Disease Committee. In April 2019, the group organized the International Venous Forum and published the first CHIVA diagnosis and treatment consensus for varicose veins in Asia. Dr. Smile Medical Group was the first medical group established in China. It was founded on July 1, 2014, by renowned vascular surgery expert Dr. Zhang Qiang, also known as Dr. Smile. The group's headquarters are in Shanghai, China. Dr. Smile established its first vein center in 2013, focusing on the diagnosis and management of varicose veins.
Welcome to the official launch of the Global CHIVA program and the virtual MOU signing ceremony between Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. We're very honored to have you here, and the ceremony will begin momentarily. Thank you.
Oh, Bei, it looks like you're muted.
Okay. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. My name is Bei, and it is my greatest pleasure to be the host of today's event, the official launch of Global CHIVA program and the virtual MOU signing ceremony between Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. 尊敬的嘉宾、女士们和先生们，大家好，我是马贝，非常荣幸担任今天 Inteleos 和张强医生集团长期战略合作谅解备忘录签署仪式及全球 CHIVA 认证项目启动会的主持人。Before the official meeting starts, I have a few housekeeping announcements. First, this virtual meeting is recorded and live streamed via Zoom platform. Second, you are all muted except for the speakers and the hosts, since this is a very large meeting with lots of attendees. For speakers and hosts, please also mute yourself if you are not speaking. And last, please use the group chat where you can post your questions, comments, or your contact information, and please be respectful and do not overload the group chat box. You can also save the group chat by downloading the chat transcript. 在今天会议正式开始之前，有几点关于会议的注意事项。第一，本次虚拟会议是通过 Zoom 的平台全程录像，并且在线上直播。第二点，因为这是一次大型的会议，有很多与会者参加，所以除了演讲人和主持人以外，您都被静音了。对于演讲人和主持人，如果您不发言，也请将自己静音。最后，请使用群聊框，您可以在提出您的问题、发表评论 或者您的联系方式和信息。您还可以最后保存群聊的记录，但是请尊重群聊的使用方式，不要使其超载。Last not least, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for your work to create a healthier future for all. Congratulations to the long-term collaboration between Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. Thank you. 最后，我特别感谢本次会议的每一位参会者的努力，正是因为你们的不懈努力，为所有人创造了更健康的未来。在此也祝贺 Inteleos 和张强医生集团的长期合作，预祝大会圆满成功。谢谢。So I am so delighted to first introduce Ms. Heather Rishaw, Chair, Board of Directors at Inteleos, to the virtual podium. Ms. Rishaw will give her opening remarks to kick off this ceremony. Heather, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone from around the world. I'm Heather Rishaw, Chair of the Inteleos Board of Directors. I am honored to welcome you to this very important signing ceremony as Inteleos begins to work with the Dr. Smile Group and others from around the world to build global standards in education, training, and certification in the CHIVA technique. Partnerships like what we're about to enter is not only exciting, it is in full alignment with the Inteleos nonprofit mission, which is to improve global health. We look forward in our successful partnership to build a new and unique program to help patients. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Heather. And now it is my great honor to introduce Dr. Smile, founder and chairman, Dr. Smile Medical Group, to give his opening remarks. 刚刚非常谢谢 Heather 的开场白致幕词。现在有请张强医生集团的创始人兼主席张强医生致开幕词。
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens, the world is still wonderful. On both sides of the earth, Dr. Smile Medical Group, China's first doctor group, and Inteleos, a well-known medical certification agency in the United States, have never met or shake hands with each other. Because of the COVID-19, we could get to know each other more quickly, communicate more frequently, and eventually become partners by using internet technology, but also with our strong willingness to cooperate and common values. Healthcare innovation is developing at an unprecedented speed, and the various fields of the world are also changing and full of challenges. In this changing environment, we believe that medical innovation must go further, but it must be closer to our original intention. Being healthcare workers, our original intention was to provide patients with better medical care. For hundreds of years, mankind's understanding of varicose veins of the lower extremities has remained at the morphological and anatomical level. Therefore, treatment methods focusing on the destruction of the veins have emerged one after another. In 1988, French doctor Professor Francisci first proposed the use of hemodynamic principles to treat varicose veins. This is the first time in human history to re-examine varicose veins and reflect our traditional treatment methods. Nowadays, more and more veins are retained and continue to perform their own functions. The one that brought about the change was CHIVA, a blood vessel sparing outpatient treatment based on the hemodynamic evaluation. The launch of the global CHIVA certification program demonstrates the ability of the medical community to cooperate in the face of the challenge of the epidemic. It also fully proved that individual doctors from various countries can unite and form a strong positive force. I believe that CHIVA certification project is just the beginning of our cooperation. In the future, With the rise of digital medical care, a new revolution in our traditional medical model and knowledge structures is about to take place, which also means that medical colleagues around the world must unite and take the initiative to embrace the change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smile, for your inspirational speech. And thank you so much, Heather. And I think actually now is a very exciting time. We will spend the next few minutes to take photos of today's event. And I have a great suggestion from Dr. Smile using this gesture. If everyone can follow me, and we will take the group photo together using the Zoom format. So I will have my left hand up and also right hand up. So the left hand represents the left wing of the advanced innovative medical technology and skills. And the right hand represents the humanity and compassion from the healthcare workers around the world. So when they together, that represents healthcare without borders. And then with our smiling face, and I think we can provide better healthcare for the patients around the globe. So if everyone ready, and we will follow our tech support, Brett Miner, and you could give us a sign, let's say 3, 2, 1 to take the photo.
Absolutely. So I should have just removed you from Spotlight so everyone can see each other. All right. One second. We're going to do a photo in 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
All right. 1 second. I'll take one more.
接着, that's in Chinese. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So next, we will go into the session of introduction of both organizations. And Dr. Smile Medical Group will be playing the video of their introduction.
Dr. Smile Medical Group was the first medical group established in China. It was founded on July 1st, 2014 by renowned vascular surgery expert Dr. Zhang Qiang, also known as Dr. Smile. The group's headquarters are in Shanghai, China. Dr. Smile established its first vein center in 2013, focusing on the diagnosis and management of varicose veins, venous thrombosis, venous ulcers, and other venous diseases. To date, the group owns franchises of international vein centers in Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Chengdu, Chongqing, Qian, Nanjing, Hangzhou, Shenyang, and other cities. The group's professional teams of venous disease experts and use of cutting-edge practices, including minimally invasive CHIVA surgery for varicose veins, provide individualized and comfortable treatment experience for patients with varicose veins. Dr. Smile Medical Group also has established an international academic communication platform to facilitate partnerships with medical experts from the United States, France, Italy, Japan, and elsewhere to develop new technologies and related devices for varicose vein treatment. Dr. Smile is also the founder of Chinese Medical Alliance and one of China's key innovators in the medical field. As a famous expert in vascular surgery and a leader of phlebology, Dr. Smile has been diligently exploring and innovating and pursuing medical excellence. He has served as the chief of vascular surgery at 3 Grade 3A hospitals in China and has been committed to the perfection of venous treatment technology. In 2014, he stepped out of China's public hospital system to establish the first medical group in China. In 2014, Dr. Smile Medical Group established Physician Hospital Partnership, and cities sharing specialized medical services. Thereafter, the group founded Surgeon Club and Surgical College of Phlebology and joined the National Venous Disease Committee. In April 2019, the group organized the International Venous Forum and published the first CHIVA diagnosis and treatment consensus for varicose veins in Asia.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction video from Dr. Smile Medical Group. 非常感谢张强医生集团刚刚的这个视频介绍。And now, please welcome Dale Sire, CEO and Executive Director of Inteleos, to introduce Inteleos. Dale, the floor is yours. 现在欢迎 Inteleos 的董事会主席CEO 和Executive Director Dale 给大家介绍 Inteleos. Dale, 谢谢。
Thank you, Bei, and welcome everyone from around the world on this very exciting day in which we will be signing the MOU between Inteleos and the Dr. Smile Group as we build a global standard for the CHIVA methods. I know many of you may not be familiar with Inteleos, so I thought I would give you some history on Inteleos over the next few slides. Next slide, please. Inteleos is a nonprofit certification organization, and we deliver rigorous assessments in healthcare. And we also simultaneously cultivate global communities of professionals dedicated to the highest standards in healthcare and patient safety. Inteleos overall has been around for over 40 years, and we have certificates, people certified with Inteleos in approximately 70 countries. And a number that I'm most proud of is that every day, Inteleos certificates are serving over 2 million patients. And with our collaboration with Dr. Smile and the global CHIVA network, we really hope to see that number grow. To accomplish our assessments, we use subject matter experts, and we will be using subject matter experts in the CHIVA methodologies around the world to help build this program with the Dr. Smile Group. Presently, we manage over 500 global experts in different areas in healthcare, and we do this with a staff that's over 90 people at this time. Inteleos is structured really depending on content and healthcare practices in 3 councils. One is the ARDMS, the American Registry for Diagnostic Medical Sonography, which is an ultrasound-based group of individuals around the profession of sonography for sonographers. We have the Alliance for Physician Certification and Advancement, which we call APCA, which is a group of physician certifications that come together to build a global community for high standards. And actually, the CHIVA certification program will be housed or living within the APCA program. And then we have our Point of Care Certification Academy, which is our newest council, in which we are building a global network around the use of point of care ultrasound across all healthcare specialties. We also have an Inteleos Foundation, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We are also very happy to say that we are accredited at an international level with the International Standards Organization out of Geneva that is also sponsored by the American National Standards Institute, what we call ANSI. This allows us to have third-party validation of all the work we do to assure that our examinations and our assessments meet international testing standards. And I'm proud to say that once we get the CHIVA program underway, we will seek ISO accreditation for the CHIVA program, allowing that to be an international standard. Next slide, please. This is a high-level organizational structure in which Inteleos and its board of directors and staff work. And Heather Rochot, who you heard from earlier, is our chair of the board of directors. We also have an Inteleos Foundation in which we hope to work with the CHIVA program, in which we can help structure and drive the CHIVA program on a global basis. And then you can see the three different councils that we have underneath. The RDMS, APCA, which again is where CHIVA will be living, is within the APCA Council, and our Point of Care Ultrasound Certification Academy. Next slide, please. There are 4 areas in which we work together.
I've heard some noises and someone is speaking. Could you please mute yourself?
I'll unmute myself again. Thank you very much. The global healthcare opportunities and challenges that we have with Inteleos is that there are basically 4 pillars that we believe in, and this is why we have such wonderful alignment with the Dr. Smile group, in which quality is number 1, in which the quality of all of our programs, the education, training, and certification has to be at a world-class level. And this is what we will strive for and accomplish with this partnership. We also look at certification and good education and training as risk mitigations, not only for the health professionals and the institutions that they work around, but also for the patient. We firmly believe that appropriately certified, educated, and trained healthcare professionals lower risk for the patient, for the actual healthcare professional, and for the institutions that they work around. We also look for cost-effective care, in which we want to have the lowest cost possible for patients and healthcare systems. And most importantly, we want to assure that all of our certificates and patients have access to one another so they can get the best possible care around the world. Next slide, please. I won't go through all of these in detail, but these are the existing certification programs that we offer on a global basis. About 80% of Inteleos' business is in ultrasound. But we have across all clinical specialties, whether it be abdominal ultrasound or nuclear cardiology for cardiologists, or musculoskeletal ultrasound is available around the world. We have distinct global programs underway as we speak in Latin America. We actually have a physician's vascular examination presently in China and also out of Great Britain. And CHIVA will be added to this list as well. So this gives you an idea of the spectrum of our existing core assessments. Next slide, please. I did want to point out our third council, which is our newest council, which is our Point of Care Ultrasound Certification Program. This council is building, as we speak, a large global network of point of care ultrasound health professionals across all specialties. And again, this outlines the clinical areas and certifications in the Point of Care Certification Academy. I do feel, as Dr. Smile alluded to, that this is an area that all of us can grow as we move and we grow the partnership with Dr. Smile and the world experts in CHIVA methodology. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I just want to say that all of us at Inteleos look forward to working with the Dr. Smile Group and all of the CHIVA experts that are on this call around the world, because working together, we will be developing a global healthcare standard in the CHIVA methodology, which will improve patient care around the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you so much, Dr. Smile, for the wonderful introductions of Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. And now it's a very exciting time, and it's my greatest pleasure as well to introduce our guest of honor for today's ceremony, Dr. Claudia Franceschi, the vascular surgeon, but also most importantly, the inventor of CHIVA method, to the podium. Dr. Franceschi, the floor is yours. Dr. Franceschi, you are muted. Can you unmute yourself, please?
That's okay now.
Great.
Yes, I sent just by a video for the introduction of my speech, and then the short story of CHIVA, just to explain what it is and where it comes from. It comes from, So now I think you may display it. Dr. Su, Sophie Su has got the videos and she could display them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Franceschi. And now, Sophie, Dr. Zhu, please play the video.
Story of CHIVA and its hemodynamic principles. The CHIVA story is why preserve the saphenous vein in the varicose vein disease. We have two paradoxical responses: to preserve a vein eligible for an eventual life-threatening arterial occlusion, and to preserve a vein in order to reduce its varicose recurrence. Saphenous vein for peripheral and coronary bypass avoid amputation and save lives. As young vascular, I was upset by few, nevertheless too many, patients not eligible for a vital venous arterial bypass because of previous saphenous ablation. This varicose man life was saved by saphenous coronary bypass 15 years ago. It needs now a left leg arterial bypass for severe arterial occlusion. This is why I decided to find a treatment that combines the cure of the varicose veins and the conservation of the saphenous vein against the 120 years old destructive dogma. I analyzed the academic pathophysiology and found a great lack of hemodynamic concepts. Thanks to Doppler ultrasounds, I could understand better the venous hemodynamics, and I proposed new concepts of the venous pathophysiology that led me to the conservative surgery of the venous disease named CHIVA. The venous circulation was discovered by William Harvey, but he was, as usually, challenged by all the great physicians of the time. The CHIVA precursors are those who had an hemodynamic approach of the venous system, and for the treatment also, especially with Benjamin Brady, Friedrich Trendelenburg, and Clemens Perthes. Destructive treatments are based on varicose-centric theory. It began with the stripping of Mayo and Babcock, but it is still alive today with other methods as radiofrequency, laser, foam, glue, and stripping. On the other hand, conservative treatments are based on hemodynamicocentric theory, but unfortunately they died in 1899 with Brody and Trendelenburg, who performed saphenous ligation without destruction. It was overlooked for 90 years. Fortunately, maybe it was born again in 1988 with CHIVA. I was very lucky enough to be involved at the very beginning of the ultrasound adventure and participate to technical research and clinical application as a young angiologist. I published my findings regarding the Doppler semiology of vascular disease in the first World Book of Doppler vascular semiology. Then I patented the device that made possible for the first time in the world the echo-imaging of the superficial veins on artery. This device gave a sufficiently good imaging to make me write the first full book also of ultrasound vascular imaging. This background made me easier the checking and revisiting the venous hemodynamics that led to CHIVA. You can see here all the books and the dates, preceded dates here. A mix of echo-Doppler skills, hemodynamics study, and large clinical experience made me understand better the venous pathophysiology, which made me revise the classical concepts and propose new ones. These new concepts are based on the central role of the transmural pressure in the venous function of drainage and cardiac filling, and the hemodynamic process that regulates it. The vein preservation is logically based on these new hemodynamic concepts. Any varicose vein is the victim, not the cause of the venous insufficiency. Its draining function is disturbed by a correctable hemodynamic disorder. That is CHIVA, the French acronym for conservative and hemodynamic treatment of the venous insufficiency in outpatients. In outpatients because it is a mini-invasive surgery. 107 articles and 9 books are published on CHIVA treatment. Before vein ablation, patients should be informed that they are losing the bypass for eventual threatening arterial disease. Indeed, the saphenous veins are eligible for arterial bypass even if they are varicose. This is conferred by companies like Bioprotec in France, who collect stripped varicose veins and sell them as an arterial bypass for other patients. Unfortunately, this information is most of the time not given to the patients, which is contrary to the informed consent, ethics, and laws. Ablation and CHIVA play on the same venous system board, but ablation obeys the simplistic checkers rules and CHIVA the complex chess rules. As the venous function is complex, ablation doesn't fit the treatment of the venous dysfunction. The learning curve is steep, but the result is worth it. All this has not been possible without the support and guidance of my pupils, students, and collaborators over the past 30 years. You can see all of them here and here for very different countries over the world. The CHIVA Expert International meeting began in 1988 with the publication of the book. Then we had CHIVA Expert International meetings every 2 years since 1988 in 8 different countries: France, Italy, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Argentina, Morocco, and China. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Franceschi. And we not only understand the beautiful story behind today's signing ceremony of CHIVA method, and we know the road is long to have CHIVA finally today on the global arena and to benefit all the patients around the globe. Thank you so much, Dr. Francis.
Can I say one word?
Yes, please.
Yes, just to say that if we know something, it's good. But if we understand it, it's much better.
Yes, absolutely. And I love your analogy of the chess play. The chess game is complex, and we don't just go with the easy route. And now patients have much better treatment because of CHIVA method. Thank you so much, Dr. Franceschi. And I would also ask our audience to give a round of applause to Dr. Franceschi, the inventor of CHIVA method. Thank you so much. And I would also encourage all our attendees to use the group chat box. If you have any comment, questions, as well as your contact information, and to take this opportunity to network with global CHIVA experts and other doctors in the field. And now, doctors around the globe who are CHIVA experts also share congratulations and insights from the following video collage. So please play the video collage of doctors congratulating today's signing ceremony from the globe.
It is with a great pleasure that I participate to this virtual ceremony organized by Dr. Smile and Inteleos. I am very happy that the CHIVA Cure is integrated in the training and certification programs for practitioners who want to put medicine at the service of the patients. This seems to be all the more important since the tendency is still too often to put the patient at the service of the medicine and technology. I am not opposed to technology because I developed ultrasound vascular semiology 43 years ago in 1977. Nevertheless, we see progressing the illusion that machine can think, diagnose and treat in place of the physician. Ultrasonography is mandatory for the CHIVA Cure, but only if it is performed and interpreted by someone who knows perfectly not only the anatomy, but also the hemodynamics of the venous insufficiency. This hemodynamics is still too little known and taught in phlebology. So it is a great opportunity for patients suffering from venous insufficiency that Inteleos and Dr. Smile have added their precious endeavor to the teaching of CHIVA Cure that we have been giving since 33 years, since 1988. I look forward to our next collaborations in terms of quality, of training, and accreditation of future practitioners. I wish you a beautiful, 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 beautiful ceremony.
Hi to everybody, I'm Dr. De Frate, and I started studying hemodynamics about 22 years ago. 20 years ago, I met Dr. Franceschi, and with his help, I started my training course in hemodynamic evaluation and treatment. The understanding of the causes of the increase of the transmural pressure is fundamental for planning an adequate strategy and therapy. Since the beginning of my experience, I performed about 6,000 CHIVA corrections. I also had the opportunity, with the help of Claude, to start an experience in the treatment of deep venous shunts that allowed me to increase my confidence in conservative hemodynamic therapy. I believe that conservative hemodynamic strategy
and therapy offer the best guarantees of success in the long-term treatment of venous insufficiency. I also believe in the importance of preserving the great venous vein for any use of vascular surgery, especially bypasses. In my experience, the evaluation of a great venous vein showed segments 1 year after a saphenous femoral disconnection, when a further fragmentation of the idiostatic pressure column was necessary to reduce the transmural pressure at the ankle, shows a correspondence between the linear aspect of the vein wall and a normal histoarchitecture of the vein. But a correct learning curve is essential to avoid mistakes that would negatively affect the results. It is therefore essential to put one's own experience at the service of those who want to approach venous hemodynamic.
Dear Dr. Smile Medical Group, dear Inteleos, my very dear Sophie and Claude, I'm so happy that this step will finally take place. We are founding a coordinated curriculum to learn the CHIVA method properly. I did so in 2000 in Germany and performed over 20 structured courses here, and I can tell you that this is the way, with the curriculum and with clear, defined knowledge, to bring the method forward everywhere. I send you all my best wishes with this, and from the German Society of CHIVA, I am sure that this effort will be very worthwhile. Good luck and blessings from Germany.
Hi. Hello to all. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. And I'd like to congratulate you on your effort to safeguard the correctness of CHIVA procedure. I think it's been a very strong effort, and that's why the certification must be very strict. Sometimes, in fact, it's much more difficult to manage a recurrence of a poorly done CHIVA than a recurrence of stripping. Good luck to all.
This is Felipe Faccini from Brazil, and I had a rough path to learn CHIVA because I was used to do a lot of destructive methods before, laser and stripping. So my start was a bit hard. And I think this certification is really important to make easier for the doctors to learn how to practice good CHIVA and good hemodynamic treatment of varicose veins. I'd like to congratulate the Dr. Smile Medical Group for this initiative and the Inteleos organization. And I'd like to congratulate Professor Franceschi and all the doctors that are going to carry out this training to increase the CHIVA participation in the world of venous treatment. I think it's a really important work, and I'm excited to be in this group. Thank you.
Hello friends and greetings from Finland. My name is Juha Pitkänen and I'm a vascular surgeon in Mikkeli Central Hospital. I wish you success to the CHIVA certification program. Let's spread the CHIVA message globally. And as you can see, we finally have spring.
Hi, this is Dr. Wang Zixuan from Taipei Vein Center. It's my great honor to witness a signing ceremony between Dr. Smile Medical Group and the Inteleos. Dr. Franceschi is credited for revolutionizing varicose vein treatment by CHIVA procedure, and the Dr. Smile Medical Group has been a beacon of light in the front of varicose vein treatment and training. It is particularly fitting in the struggles of COVID-19 to pause and observe where the global healthcare will go. A person's health should not be limited by their geographical location, whether in China or anywhere in the world. We need to harness the science, research, education, and the training to transcend borders if we want to improve the healthcare for all. Let's salute the Dr. Smile Medical Group and the Inteleos for the consortium they will make to improve healthcare in the global scale. Congratulations.
大家好，张强医生集团今天会上告诉同行，CHIVA认证项目仅仅只是我们的合作的开始。未来随着数字医疗的兴起，我们传统的医疗模式和知识结构即将发生新一轮革命。我赞成他的意见。我是中欧智慧医疗创业课程的课程主任。张强是我们课程中的佼佼者，无论是学术学业还是医疗服务，他都能令人信服，因为他始终如一的尽力的为病人除病去疾，令人信服。
Thank you so much. I cannot agree more with all the experts from the globe. Dr. Franceschi from France, Dr. Roberto Del Fradi from Italy, Dr. Massimo Capilli from Italy, Dr. Erica Mendoza from Germany, and Dr. Felipe Faccini from Brazil. Dr. Juha from Finland, and he just said the spring is here, and I can't agree with him more. The spring is here for the patients who need CHIVA method. And last not least, Dr. Wang Zhixuan from Taiwan and Professor Zhu Xiaoming from China. And now we have all the congratulatory addresses from the globe. And as you might know, Inteleos actually physically is located in Washington, D.C. metro area. I'm actually right now have the privilege of sitting in the office of Inteleos, and we are in the city called Rockville in Maryland. And it is my great pleasure to have our House of Delegate, Miss Lily Chi from the state of Maryland to give her congratulatory address to this collaboration. And Lily, this...
Great. Hi, I hope you can hear me. Good morning, everyone. It's morning here in Rockville, Maryland, in the great Montgomery County, which is also home to the National Institutes of Health and the Food and Drug Administration, what I call the bookends of public health in the world, from R&D and access to market. My name is Lily Chi. I am a delegate with the state of Maryland, representing not only the Chinese American community. By the way, I grew up in Shanghai, and I am the first Chinese-speaking delegate ever elected to the state legislature in Maryland and the greater Washington, D.C. region. But I'm also very excited to represent a region within Montgomery County, Maryland, that is what I consider the hub of biotech and biohealth industries and life sciences industries. We not only have the industry infrastructure to launch global companies like the ones we're talking about today, but also we have this cluster and deep bench of talent like Dr. Baymar, who are really so integral to building this global ecosystem. Just as she said, public health knows no borders. For us to really leverage the unrivaled public health R&D assets, we really need to think about how we can contribute to the world. And I think public health is one area that Montgomery County and Maryland can say it is our moral obligation to advance medical health and medical science to make sure the whole world can benefit from what we do here. So I'm very thrilled and excited to join you, and I want to congratulate you on behalf of the state of Maryland, on behalf of the Maryland legislature. I also take pride in myself being a champion of innovation economy and innovation entrepreneurship. In fact, I helped establish Biohealth Innovation about a decade ago, which is a public-private partnership between academics, private sector industries, and local governments to make sure we advance biomedical and biotech innovation, so that we don't just sit on this R&D assets. We actually have a strong local ecosystem to launch early stage companies to market. And I'm also now leading on legislation to make sure we provide such support, whether it's technical assistance support or financial support, such as Maryland State matching grant for the companies that receive the federal grants, so that they can actually use the funding to fill the gaps in their early stage company formation and development. This is our pride. And I hope we can have more stories like what we are seeing today, the partnership between Inteleos, and now it gives me an opportunity to learn the story of a great local company that I hope to visit someday in Rockville, which is not far from where I live, and a company from my home country, Dr. Smile Medical Group. So congratulations again. And if there's anything I can do to help, please do let me know. 谢谢大家，再次祝贺。
Thank you so much, Delegate Lily Chi, and thank you so much for your very inspirational speech. And you are actually the role model for collaboration globally, not only in the public health, but in this case, public health definitely has no borders. Thank you so much. Just a quick announcement, because of we have one chair board member that he has to leave early. So we're going to have a very small change of our agenda. So we're going to have our roundtable discussion first, and then we will have the best for the last, which is the signing ceremony right after the roundtable discussion. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to introduce Dr. Michael Lilly, who is the incoming chair for the board of directors of the Inteleos, to kick off the roundtable discussion. Dr. Lilly, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I couldn't be more excited to be part of this wonderful, wonderful occasion today. And I'm awed, I have to say, by meeting virtually Dr. Franceschi and the innovators that have worked with him in challenging the orthodoxy that permeates a lot of our field of vascular surgery. As a vascular surgeon, I recognize this every day, training our young fellows and residents. There's many things that we believe that maybe should be questioned. And so this is such a wonderful occasion that brings together across the globe experts on the initiation of a program that I think will really advance the care of patients through the world. And I apologize to the group. I have to put my patients first, and they start in about 15 minutes. So that's why I have to leave the meeting a little early. So who else is on the panel?
We also have Dr. Smile as well as Dell leading the roundtable discussion. But we have the floor of global CHIVA experts to be at this roundtable discussion. So I encourage everyone, if you have any questions and comments, please post them at the group chat box, and we will direct those questions and comments to the panelists. And I would like actually to ask one question to Dr. Lilly, Dr. Smile, and Dell, three of you, regarding this collaboration. And as you might know, CHIVA is this innovative technology. However, it does have a very long learning curve, as Dr. Franceschi just explained. So what do you see the timeline for having the global standards and certification of CHIVA in place from your perspective? So Dr. Lilly, I would direct this to you first.
Thank you. The process of developing a standard and then directing education to that standard with assessments takes time. And the wonderful aspect of this kickoff is that we have on this conference a significant number of the people who are the experts who will determine that standard and collaborate globally on a uniform standard that can be applied throughout the world. That's the first step. The educational curriculum, again, Dr. Franceschi and the many doctors that he's trained over the years have their curriculums. Dr. Smile has developed an extensive curriculum that he's used and deployed all over China for years. These curricula need to be brought together to be comprehensive and cover all of the aspects of what would be a standard approach. That knowledge component needs to be assessed, and that's where Inteleos may come in. But there, as a number of the speakers have mentioned, there's a lot of this that's also hands-on ultrasound understanding and practice. And that component will take training and practice. So, that would be my perspective.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lilly. Dale, your comments.
Well, I couldn't agree more with what Dr. Lilly was saying. As far as timelines go, I would look at this as the Dr. Smile group and the Inteleos team have talked about.
Yes.
The process begins almost immediately after the signing or after today, but it's going to be around 18 to 24 months before we have a full standardized program in place. But coordinating the global subject matter experts with the Dr. Smile group will help that move along faster. But those are general timelines that we're looking at.
Thank you so much, Dale. And Dr. Smile.
I totally agree that if we work together, we'll face any challenge about the programs. I feel very confident about it. So we'll wait. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smile. I do have a question from Dr. Erica Mendoza, and her question is, how shall we collaborate in the program? And especially everyone knows that we are still under an unprecedented global pandemic. And we are doing the signing ceremony, MOU signing ceremony virtually. We have been innovative. So I want to hear each one of you how we're going to collaborate to make CHIVA happens. Dr. Lilly.
Well, as much as this global pandemic has been disruptive, it has actually forced all of us to adopt technology that enables us to do what we're doing today. Getting together across the globe, experts from every corner, being able to meet together. And it's not the same as being in person, but we've adapted. And I think we have to continue to adapt with the technology, as Dr. Smile was talking about before, how growing with the technology, using the technology, that will be essential. We can't establish a global standard without getting together. And this is the practical way to get together.
Thank you, Dr. Lilly. And I totally agree with you. And I know your time is probably going to be up at 11 o'clock. And thank you so much for your wonderful speech, and congratulations to the collaboration. And as we all know, you will be the incoming chair for the board of directors for Inteleos. And we're really looking forward to the entire board of directors' support for this collaboration. Thank you so much, Dr. Lilly.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Dale, I would actually direct the question back to you again. And so how we're going to make this program happen, and from a very practical perspective, probably from a process perspective.
Well, picking up where Dr. Lilly was saying, I couldn't agree more with everything he was saying. What I will say is that even to the point of today, of where we are on this signing ceremony, if it wasn't for the technology and the platforms that we're using right now, this process would have been delayed probably another year. In the past, we've had to travel around the world and build the relationships and build trust amongst our alignments partners. But starting in January, we started meeting quite often with the Dr. Smile group and Dr. Smile, which, as he said earlier, we've become virtual friends. And consequently, we were able to meet more rapidly with much more in-depth conversations over time, which from January till today in May, we are signing Memorandum of Understanding, which is record time from our perspective. So moving forward, with all the experts that we are seeing around the world, we are going to have to do the majority of work in a virtual environment. What we have seen in 2020 because of COVID-19 in our test development area, we know for a fact we can do this quite well, building these things virtually. Inevitably, we are going to have to come together at times, but most of this work will be done virtually over the next 18 months or so. And this will be the first large global standardization program that I know of in the testing and certification world that will be done mainly virtually. So this is a really cutting edge opportunity. But as Dr. Smile said, I am highly confident we will be successful.
Thank you so much, Dale. Yeah, I guess the collaboration is unusual. However, it's a very unique one. And I believe this is absolutely marking the milestone and history for both countries and globally. And before I direct this to Dr. Smile, and everyone can already hear the Dr. Roberto Del Fradi from Italy. And since he is going to leave our signing ceremony very soon, and I would kindly ask our tech support staff and to pin Dr. Roberto Del Fradi to give his comment before he leaves this signing ceremony. And also, I just got to know it's his birthday today. What a wonderful birthday and on this signing ceremony. Happy birthday, Dr. Roberto Del Fradi. And you are muted, Dr. Roberto Del Fradi.
Okay. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here. I know that there is a hard job to do. It's very difficult to meet together, but we must do, because it's too much important to help others in their learning curve. And so now I will thanks Dr. Smile and all the friends, the doctors that are all my friends of the Smile Medical Group, Sophie, Dr. Duxin, and all the other doctors. And so see you soon, and let's work together to increase the hemodynamic knowledge in the world. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Roberto Del Fradi. And auguri, is that a way to say happy birthday in Italian?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, thank you. Thank you so much. So Dr. Smile, then I will direct the question to you. And how do you see about implementing and actually getting the certification and standards of CHIVA in place?
Okay, I think today's ceremony is a very good beginning. After the ceremony, we'll establish the process about how to organize all the specialists globally, and Dr. Sophie will in charge of that, and they will keep very close in touch with people in different countries. I think just like we with Inteleos, we never see in the real world, but we'll now make a very good friends. So I think we'll keep this process forward. I will feel very confident about that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smile. Even myself, we live in the same town, work in the same town. I have never met Dell in person before, but today I had the opportunity to meet one of the staff at Inteleos, Miss Hannah Mason, who is the Director of Global Business Development. And so for the first time, we were seeing each other this morning, and very wonderful. However, I totally agree with you. We can be innovative of our way to collaborate. So actually right now, I would like to ask Dr. Smile that I know you have invited guests from China to give their thoughts in different areas of medical groups and healthcare around the globe. And so I will turn the baton back to you, Dr. Smile.
Okay. 那我来主持一下啊。请问那个史妍在不在？史妍女士在吗？
在的，张医生，我在线。
I will invite my friend Sian. She is chief of the medical tourism at department of the in Chinese non-public hospital association. 史燕，你来讲一讲，我想问你一下，就是你觉得这个认证对于未来这个医疗旅游这个产业它有哪些重要性？从你的角度
好，谢谢张医生。那我用简单的几分钟时间，然后简单介绍一下我对张医生提出来的这个问题的一个答复。首先呢，我们都知道医疗是没有国界的，但是我们各个国家呢，由于受到体制还有教育的一些相关的影响，所掌握的技术呢，实际上是并不同的。但是我们医疗旅游产业呢，首先要解决的问题就是一个医疗技术同质化的这么一个问题。我们到任何一个国家和地区，然后去医疗旅游的时候，都不可能说完整的从头到尾治愈完了以后，然后再回到我们自己的家园去。所以因此我们做跨境医疗的时候，要确保医疗的同质化。这样我们呢，唯一能确保同质化的方法呢，就是使用认证的这种方式。那认证呢，虽然是一种方式手段，但最终的目的呢，还是要达到这个医疗无国界，然后让患者不管到哪个国家去，在接受我们同样的这个技术的不管技术操作的时候呢，那它它的技术水平是一样的。所以呢，我们就是也简单介绍一下我所在的单位中国非公立医疗机构协会，简称呢是 CNMIA。我分管的部门呢，现在是国际医疗旅游部，还有医疗质量评价中心。我们这两个部门首先要做的一个任务呢，就是在对中国的医疗机构进行一个认证的评价，确保他们能够达到一定的同质化的技术水平。同时呢，我们是明天下午在中国时间5月15号的下午，我们要准备筹备国际医疗旅游分会，在这里呢也诚挚的邀请线上的各位的各个国家的专家呢，能作为我们的外籍顾问。后续呢，我们也会开展一些相应的跟就是国际医疗旅游相关的技术认证，也会开展一些相关的机构认证。后续也麻烦张医生这边呢，作为一个牵线搭桥，然后让我们更多的专家，然后能来参与到我们这个分会的里面，然后也欢迎在同行以后呢，大家能到中国来交流访问。好，谢谢张医生，谢谢。
张医生，我简单翻译一下，这样我们的听众都能够稍微听一下。So thank you so much, Mrs. Shi Yan from CNMIA. And Dr. Smile's question was regarding the Chinese private medical groups, as well as the medical tourism industry in China. So Ms. Shi Yan, she briefly explained the importance of quality in the entire medical world. And she emphasizes that we do need certification, we need quality to be there to certify the medical groups. And so this is the beginning. And then she also thanked Dr. Smile for his expertise, as well as all the global experts in the field. And she would like to extend invitation to the global experts and for future collaboration. Thank you so much, Ms. Shi Yan. 张医生 back to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. 谢谢。OK， 那个谢开在吗？谢开。
Yes, I'm here. Dr.
Yes,
Smile.
Yeah, 谢开。She is not only my friend, also the investor of Dr. Smile Medical Group. So my question is, what's the characteristics of the medical techniques for your company? The PE will be more favorite about that.
Okay. First of all, very glad to participate in this very meaningful meeting here to meet everyone. Very briefly on myself, I'm the managing partner of the healthcare fund of Share Capital. Share Capital is one of the earliest venture capital in China. We founded with limited partnership. We are founded in 2007. And we launched our first healthcare fund about 8 years ago. And we are very glad to become the shareholder of Dr. Smile Medical Group. I think that's about 5 years ago. And we have witnessed the remarkable development of this very influential company since then. So back to the question, from the perspective of venture capitalists, we believe that healthcare techniques that would maximize its value in the current dynamic of China's healthcare industry should at least have several things in common. First of all, it should benchmark the most cutting-edge techniques globally. I mean, we are looking for the best in class worldwide instead of just best class domestically. And second, it should have outstanding features to differentiate itself, either better fact or shorter therapy duration or less pain. Your selling point must be very clear, very unique, and very strong. And the third, it should be ready to be decentralized, meaning it can be portable or remotely managed or very easy to function in various scenarios or surroundings. Since China is seeing a huge demand of high quality healthcare services in, for example, small clinics in communities and on primary care level. So we need products that can be promoted to a wider range. And last but not least, it should be scalable, meaning it can be sufficiently standardized to be promoted to a wider range without compromising its user experience and effectiveness. And I think that's where very effective training, promotion, and certification kick in. So that's my short answer to Dr. Smile's question. And I think CHIVA matches all these features.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kathy Shea. Thank you so much for your insights. Thank you so much. I actually totally agree with you on your perspective regarding the cutting edge technology and how they're fitting into the portfolio from a PE VC's perspective. But also I want to actually direct this question back to Dell, since you mentioned about the cutting technology, the innovation is there, and the certification is there, the standards is there. So I want to direct this question back to Dell, because we know one of the newest academy in Inteleos is POCUS, and the POCUS is a portable technology for the healthcare workers around the world. So Dell, maybe you can explain more, and how maybe we can in the future to integrate that technology within this collaboration. Dell.
A great question, Bei. Thank you. I couldn't agree more with what was previously said as far as the stages of a successful venture program. And I do think the entire program between the Dr. Smile Group and the world and Inteleos will lead to such successes, because I think we'll be meeting all those points of success that was outlaid before. As we move forward, and as Dr. Franceschi was talking about hemodynamics, the ability and the equipment to analyze hemodynamics is rapidly changing, especially in the world of ultrasound. It's becoming small. It's becoming very sophisticated, and basically is becoming an app that will be delivered through a smartphone. And this brings great promise to the world, but it also brings great peril, because we also have to have established standards, training, and certification for the world's healthcare professionals who will be using these type of smartphone applications for ultrasound, which may in fact largely replace the stethoscope over the next decade. So I think a great launching point with our point of care certification academy that we have as we build a global network, one of those nodes of success actually will be the CHIVA methodology certification. Dr. Smile and I have talked about this before, but the proliferation of this type of equipment and knowing how to use it properly will allow his physicians and his groups to have more rapid and access to sophisticated ultrasound equipment in the near future. So a launching point of care vascular ultrasound in China could very well be through this collaboration between the Dr. Smile Group and Inteleos. And we look forward to working on that aspect of our relationship as we build the CHIVA methodology certification program.
Yes, thank you so much, Dale. And Dr. Smile, back to you for more invited guests speaking.
Okay, I'd like to introduce my friend to Inteleos. He's the CEO of the Shanghai New Hongqiao International Medical Center. 杨杰，杨总在吗？杨杰。
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
It's my great honor to be invited to attend the MOU sign ceremony to witness the launch of the cooperation between Inteleos and the Dr. Smile Medical Group. Shanghai New Hongqiao International Medical Center is a state-level high-end medical service platform established 10 years ago. There are more than 20 medical institutions, including 2 general hospitals, over 10 specialized hospitals, and clinics. The clinic of Dr. Smile Medical Group is located here too. We hope that more and more domestic and foreign doctors and hospitals will provide satisfactory services to the patients through various cooperation platforms in the future. Thank you.
谢谢啊，谢谢。那个非常希望 Inteleos 在中国的办事处能落到新虹桥。
非常感谢 Dr. Smile， 非常感谢杨总。So Dale and Dr. Smile were just commenting on hopefully one day soon in the very near future that Inteleos China office will be located in the new Hongqiao International Medical Center. We're looking forward to that, Dale.
Yes, we will look forward to exploring those opportunities. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you so much, Dr. Yang, Dr. Smile, and please more guests.
Yeah. And finally, I'll tell the very good news. Just the day before yesterday, Dr. Smile welfare fund was established in Beijing. So I will invite my vice chief of this fund, Mrs. Zhang Yinan, to introduce. 张一楠在吗？
在的，张医生，我在这儿，能听到吧？
Yeah.
Okay, I can speak in English. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sabrina Jiang. I'm the Deputy Director of China Health and Medical Development Foundation, Dr. Smile Special Fund. It's such a great pleasure to participate in the signing ceremony. I was truly excited when Dr. Smile brought me on board to this project that helps to treat and medicate the poor, as well as providing opportunities for young doctors to develop their abilities and experience. We're also open to potential creative approaches of charity work. In addition, as a therapist, I believe in that the psychological well-being is a key element to maintain a healthy society, of which area we will definitely make an effort in. And thank you for your support and looking forward to our cooperation. And thank you, Dr. Smile. Back to you.
Thank you. We now today in our ceremony we have a very special guest from England, Dr. Yang Zichu. Dr. Yang.
Hi.
杨医生在吗？
我在。
My question is, what's the future of the academic exchange between China and England? What's your view about that?
Yeah. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I have to say I'm deeply honored to be invited to this prestigious online ceremony today. And on behalf of the Society of Chinese Medical Practitioners UK, I would like to congratulate on a successful signing between Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. Collaboration between Dr. Smile Medical Group and us was established last year, where doctors and clinical scientists practicing in vascular surgery have all been invited to the International Venus Forum 2020 to share our experiences in clinical practice and training in the United Kingdom. And there is no doubt there are plenty of opportunities for further exchange and educational programs to be established either online or in person. The global collaboration initiatives set up by Dr. Smile Medical Group is a good example not only for delivering excellent clinical care, but also for advancing postgraduate medical training. UK has been known for its reputation in providing world-class medical training and care, and I'm confident that Dr. Smile Medical Group and Society of Chinese Medical Practitioners UK would have a much in-depth collaboration in the coming years to further advancing our relationship in all aspects. And I'm very proud to be part of it during this exciting time. Personally, as a vascular surgeon, I regret to say that CHIVA is not a standard offered in UK's NHS system, and I'll be very delighted to be involved in promoting and advancing this great technology in the UK, if forever possible. Thank you very much, everyone, and 谢谢大家。
Thank you， 谢谢 ，Thank you。Thank you， 马飞，是不是由你来邀请最后一位嘉宾，我们的董祥东教授，你来邀请？
好，我想您是不是还有2位，就是 Yuha 还有王志轩。
Yuha， OK， 王医生在吗？王医生
还有时间，我们还有时间。
还有时间啊，王医生在。王医生，我刚刚看到的是他的视频，我再问问他，王医生。
Hello，
please， it's your turn. Talk about what's your plan about CHIVA education in Taiwan?
Okay, friends old and new, good evening. Taiwan's vascular surgeons are not very much familiar with CHIVA procedure. I think CHIVA is so deep and beautiful and elegant strategy to deal with the varicose vein disease. From a historical point of view, the people in both sides of the Taiwan Strait are a family. So only through communication, we can know better each other. As the Chinese saying, 家和万事兴. So why not we take this joint initiative for the CHIVA certification between the Dr. Smile Group and the Inteleos as a start point and a driver to spark a further connection and the friendships between the vascular professionals of both sides. This is my vision, and I wish Dr. Smile Medical Group aspire to. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wang. Yuha, Dr. Yuha. Dr. Yuha went to China and worked with us for a certain time. Then he learned CHIVA and back to Finland and performed the first case of the CHIVA in Finland. So I want to ask Yuha, what's the feeling about the first case of the surgery? What's the feeling about that? Yuha, Dr. Yuha. Maybe he's fishing. He's fishing.
Maybe.
Okay. 那马飞，那我们就请最后一个专家。
好的。Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Smile, and a round of applause for all the guests and doctors, and to give their insights into this collaboration. I would also, since we do have a few minutes before the virtual MOU signing ceremony to finally take place. And now it is my great pleasure to invite world-class pianist and musician, Mr. Kong Xiangdong. And it's our great honor and to have him play a piece of music and to celebrate such collaboration under such a certain very, very difficult time for our collaboration. 孔先生非常非常感谢您为大家做这次即兴的演奏。
Okay, hello everyone. I'm here from Shanghai. Well, you know what? Actually, I was a patient of Dr. Smile many years ago. So I'm probably the only non-medical expert on this panel, but somehow I want to share a Chinese character with all of you tonight. In the ancient character of China, when we write happiness, it's like this. Happiness and music is same character called 乐 or 乐, right? Then if we put 3 more strokes, that means medicine or Medicare or Medicure. So our ancient culture already told us happiness is a cure for everything. And the music is medicine too. And the music can cure our hearts and the souls. So here, I want to make an improvisation tonight here for all of you. I want to use Chinese famous folk song, Jasmine Flower, 用中国的著名的那个民歌茉莉花 and Beethoven's Out to Joy, 把贝多芬的欢乐颂和茉莉花进行一个嫁接。So I want to use this music to salute all of you, salute to the big love we all have to mankind and all the successfulness for Dr. Smile Medical Group and Inteleos, the wonderful cooperation and a bright future. All the best.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kong. And please, let's give us a round of applause to Mr. Kong for his beautiful music and his beautiful spirit. I'm actually speechless. I admire musicians and healthcare workers, doctors, nurses around the world because they are the people and the spirits behind everything to save this world and to provide the best healthcare, to provide the best medicine, including the art and the music, to every one of us. Thank you so much, Mr. Cohn, for your music. Thank you for your art. And we do have, we are a little bit over time right now, but since this is such a rare opportunity to have everyone here from the globe, and I would also ask if we do have any doctors and you would like to speak for a very short period of time, maybe 10 or 20 seconds, and I would like to direct the podium to you as well. So anyone from the audience? And if you raise your hand, and I can ask our tech support staff to pin you and to give a very quick address. And actually, I would like to ask Dr. Erica Mendoza. Mr. Kong Xiangdong just played Beethoven's music, and we all know this year is 200 years anniversary for Beethoven. Dr. Erica Mendoza, and since you are from Germany, and maybe you can say some words.
Yes, I was really surprised to hear this hymn of the joy, which is the German hymn of joy, and it was very properly chosen for this moment. I was very well. I hope this will be a very good start for this project.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mendoza. And if I don't hear anyone from the audience and to give a quick address, and I actually right now I'm officially announcing the most exciting.
One physician raised his hand.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, Dr. Mendoza. I'm so sorry, I didn't see your hand. So please, the floor is yours.
I didn't raise my hand. Sorry.
Hello from Colombia.
Dr. Munoz.
Hello from Colombia to congratulate Professor Claude Franceschi, Professor Del Prate, Dr. Smile. It's very nice here from my OR, where I'm performing a CHIVA procedure that I learned from them, and I look forward to learn more and to certificate myself and all our team here in Colombia and to use it here in Latin America. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alberto. Best luck with and thank you. Next is, I think, Dr. Franceschi. Did you raise your hand? Yes, Dr. Franceschi. Yes, please. You're muted, Dr. Franceschi.
Yes, no, it was just to congratulate you for your organization, but I would like to add something, that whatever we do, the point is the patient and not the medicine. Medicine is for patients, not patients for medicine. But today, of all the world, patients are for medicine, not the, they are a product to treat as a product and to make money, for example. But medicine has to treat patients, first of all. And now it's a pity if you have a product who doesn't cost anything. It's very, very low cost, It is not interesting because you don't get much money with this, even if it is better for the patient. And this is, everybody knows it. And just to finish, no vascular surgeon, no phlebologist now, before destroying a saphenous vein, they never say to the patient that they are destroying something that could save their life in the future. This is a problem of a legal problem, ethic problem, but maybe political too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Franceschi. And one last guest, Dr. Felipe from Brazil. And after this, and we will have our finally virtual MOU signing ceremony. Thank you everyone for your patience.
Well, just to say a few words, are you hearing me? Yeah. I'm really emotional. I think this is an exceptional way to develop CHIVA in the world, and this world way of teaching CHIVA is really important. I'm looking forward to do this here in Brazil and to teach using this Inteleos Foundation and Dr. Smile's group way of teaching and certificating people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Filippi Faccini. I mean, even I'm not a doctor, and I think after today's signing ceremony, I really want to go back to medical school, and if I'm qualified, and to study CHIVA, to be honest. So last but not least, and then now I am officially announcing the virtual MOU signing ceremony starts. And this MOU marks a historic moment of the collaboration between the Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. This also marks the beginning of the long-term collaboration journey between these two organizations in building the quality healthcare standard, certification, and related program together to save life, to restore health, and to treat and prevent diseases. So now it is my great honor to have Dell and Dr. Smile and to have the MOU documents signed. And after you sign, and please hold your document in front of the camera and we will have the pictures taken. So Dr. Smile is ready and Dell is ready. And now picture time. And if everyone, you can come with me and give the gesture of the humanity compassion. And congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Smile. Thank you so much, Dell. Congratulations to Inteleos and Dr. Smile Medical Group. Congratulations to all the doctors and healthcare workers around the world for this long-term collaboration. Thank you, everyone, for your support and participation in today's event. Thank you so much. And now the virtual signing ceremony, as well as the launch of the Global CHIVA program, certification program, officially adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Smile. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank
I'll
you.
see you very next.
Thank you, Dr. Francisci.
Yes,
Thank you.
Dr.
Bye.
Congratulations. All the best. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.